Hi guys, and welcome to this week's video tutorial. We will be continuing with the 5-9 cannons variation of the edge cannon for Chariot exchange variation. Uh, in this board, this will be board number 25 in the book. And I hope you enjoy this short video. Again, we'll be discussing a very complicated situation. So without further ado, let us begin. Central cannon. 7th pawn, pondering chariot, edge cannon for chariot exchange variation. Again, red chooses to attack the left proper horse. Prophylactic a4 plus 5. C5-9 cannons as mentioned in the previous video. Black tries to go for a blockade. Dislodges the chariot. And at this point in time, in the previous board, for this move, red would play r4 plus 2. Then two major variations were discussed, as red was worried about black pushing p7 plus 1 to capture the chariot. However, in today's board, we will be discussing r8 plus 6, whereby red would simply ignore black's potential threat. This is a very strong offensive, and it will also give power to the edge cannon over here. Now this is part of a tactical combination where a huge risk was taken. With r8 plus 6, we can see that red will be prepared to capture the pawn to attack the horse. So in view of this, things would suddenly become very sharp. The situation would become very sharp very quickly. Black goes for p7 plus 1 as planned. So black cannot back down and push pawn forward. And this would be the position of discussion for this board, whereby red will retreat the chariot to safety. Now, he cannot play, it would not be a good idea to play r4 equals to 3, because black will retreat the horse, counter, moving away, and suddenly black would have a powerful offensive along this file, and black will be forced to retreat. Incidentally, this position will be one of the positions shown in variation B in this board. So this would this would be the position of discussion for this board, r4 minus 1. Two main variations, p7 plus 1, and the second will be h8 minus 7. For variation A, p7 plus 1, black goes ahead and to attack this file. Retreats the horse, consolidates the defense. Now, the idea behind this move was that black wanted to keep the option of developing his chariot as a kingside chariot as need be. Now, this is a more aggressive variation. A7 plus 6 will immediately attacks. The horse would be prepared to capture a central pawn and also allow for development of the centroid horse. Red attacks. And a very important intermediate move for red to make. Now, he cannot rush things with c9 plus 4, because black would simply sacrifice the pawn and be prepared to counter. By retreating the cannon, the edge horse would now be threatening the cannon, and red will immediately double down his attack on the central file. Black is not in a hurry to capture the central cannon. Instead, he tried to threaten the horse, but red will be able to move the horse to safety in the nick of time. However, after this point, black would have a very powerful counter attack ready because of the central horse. So that is why c9 plus 4 will not be a good idea. c7 plus 8, black threatens to deliver a check to attack. The red chariot cannot move here, or it will be captured by the horse. So red cannot allow that to happen, and he will try to block in this manner, threatening to capture the chariot instead. And after some nifty maneuvering, black could have adjusted his position. So would red, and threatening to capture the horse with his very aggressive move, as both colors were intent on attacking. Now this is quite a nice move, because if red captured, black could simply capture the pawn and threaten the horse again. So red would usually develop the horse to protect the horse and link them up, and black's horse black's horse would now move into attack, as he would be prepared to cause some mischief over here. And there's always a threat of the cannon capturing the elephant if the cannon moved away. So both colors will be pestering each other in this complicated situation, but black has many options and opportunities in this situation. So this will be variation A. Now let us go to variation B. H8 minus 7, black retreats the horse to attack the chariot. R4 plus 1 is advocated. R4 plus 3 for an aggressive counter is not a good idea, because again black would play C2 minus 1 to link the cannons, and the attack with the pawn will now begin, forcing it back. Red applies more and more pressure. The cannon jumps into action, and red will manage to although red managed to play R8 plus 1, black's cannons were linked for attack defense. There will not be much that red can do at the moment, and the threat of this pawn on this flank is considerable. So that is why R4 plus 3 is not a good idea, because the chariot would have moved several times. Say over 1 here. Would have moved several times from the beginning of the board, and this will result in loss of tempo. So this is a complicated variation. Variation B, R4 plus 1 is advocated instead of R4 plus 3. Black attacks, red moves the horse to safety, and in this variation, E7 plus 5 is played. Now this is in preparation for red's potential R4 plus 2, because if E7 plus 5 were played, black could retreat the cannon to safety, and he could go full out on attack with his chariot and horse. Now, if E3 plus 5 were played, there would not be a intersection for the cannon to retreat. So let's compare these two variations. Now red will continue with P7 plus 1, threatening to continue P7 plus 1, as the chariot will now threaten to capture the cannon. Black will usually retreat the cannon. Black will usually retreat the cannon, and P7 plus 1, and red, black will be in all sorts of trouble. So that is why E3 plus 5 is played out of desperation. So red would have the advantage. There was also some discussion on a similar position, but it will be hard to present in this video. Anyway, for this moment, let us appreciate the difference between moving E3 plus 5 and E7 plus 5. We will continue with E7 plus 6 for a steadfast approach to the game. If he played R8 equals to 7, black would immediately sacrifice the horse, threatening to play C2 equals to 3 later on. So P7 plus 1, a prophylactic move in preparation of C2 equals to 3. H2 equals to 3. Black sacrifices the elephant, and again threatens the chariot, and black will continue his attack with this move. Now this is a very powerful move. Black offers a pseudo sacrifice as he prepares to play H6 plus 4. Let's say if black would play H6 plus 4, threatening to go for the elbow horse checkmate. Now obviously black would have to try to block his moves, etc. from to prevent that from happening. But in the process, for example, red can only play this move, but he'll lose the chariot in the process. So that is why black would have a huge advantage at this point in time, because he would be able to exploit red's weaknesses in the formation. Now, so let us return. h7 plus 6 is a very steadfast approach compared to r8 equals to 7, because there will still be weaknesses for black to exploit. This can be seen over here. So h7 plus 6, r8 plus 4 to guard the riverbank. h6 plus 7, a trade of chariots, and this will be an even situation for both colors. There will be scruples for each color, and black would have his chances in this game. But as can be seen, black's situation is very versatile. There's not much of a threat of this chariot over here. So the situation will also be very hard for red to control with an iron grip. So this is quite an ideal formation for black. Now let us review the board from the eyes of black. Central cannon, screen horse defense, 7th pawn, 7th pawn, pawn rank chariot, edge cannon for chariot exchange, proper horse, a4 plus 5, 5-9 cannons. Attacks the chariot, external rib horse to prepare p7 plus 1. And as mentioned before in the previous video, red moved his chariot r4 plus 2 to safety, but in this board, red would go ahead for an aggressive variation, r8 plus 6 to attack, p7 plus 1 to dislodge the chariot, r4 minus 1, which should be the position of discussion. Variation A, p7 plus 1. Variation B, h8 minus 7. And faced with this, the red is forced to retreat the horse. Prophylactic move to beef up the central file. h7 plus 6. Black goes ahead to attack and prophylactic move. Otherwise, black's formation is very versatile and he'll be prepared to trade material to counter attack. e3 plus 5 to prevent the horse from further mischief and also guard this intersection. There's some nifty maneuvering. r plus 5 to threaten the horse, link the horse, and attack. Both colors will be attacking very aggressively, and then there will be more opportunities for each color, especially black. Variation B, h8 minus 7 to dislodge the chariot again, and r4 again. r4 equals to 3 is not a good idea. Otherwise, red would have managed to gain the option of playing r8 plus 1 to attack the horse, but black's situation is very versatile. There are many things that black is prepared to do, and red would not have gained much, relatively speaking. p7 plus 1, centroid horse, e7 plus 5, again e3 plus 5 would not allow the cannon to retreat. So red would be able to play r7 equals to 8 to threaten the cannon and push the pawn forward for a huge advantage. e7 plus 5, h7 plus 6, a steadfast method, r8 equals to 7 will result in black preparing to attack, going for the elbow horse and capturing the chariot after sacrificing the cannon. Complicated. So r8 plus 4. After trading material, it'll be an even situation, but black can be very satisfied with this situation, and he'll still have many options available later on. So I hope you've enjoyed this short video. If you like the work that I've been doing, please do subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up. Thank you.